Okay, let's do an unboxing of the Reliance PowerBACK Utility Return Alert. Nice package. And there it is. Well, looks like you get the unit and some instructions. Alright, we've gone ahead and removed our locking screw for our battery compartment. And it needs a 9-volt battery. It does not come with one. Other features are, it has a 36-inch grounding wire. It has a 22-inch coaxial cable. Attached to that is a 14-inch voltage sensor, which is this white cable here. It also comes with a locking lug, so you can mount it on the side of your box, which that's what we're going to do. And last but not least, it has a large magnet on the back. The magnet on the back is so you can attach it to the front of your breaker box. And it has a pretty good grip, so it's not going anywhere. The purpose of this device is you take this lead and you wrap it around one of the leads that come off the main trunk going into your breaker box, and it detects when the power has been turned on. Now, I'm sure some of you are thinking, well, why can't you just look at the light above the box? Well, this is for when you use your generator interlock kit. So what happens there is you turn your main breaker off. So when you're running your generator, you're not backfeeding the whole system and the power lines and everything else. So you have no way of knowing whether there actually is power coming back down through the lines. This little device, you turn it on, and it runs off of a battery, of course, while your generator's on, and it's wrapped around the actual power cord coming into the house, and it will detect the actual electrical field that comes through the wire, and it will sound an alarm saying that there is power in the cable. And it's pretty loud from what I remember, but right now what I need to do is I need to turn the power off, of course, remove the faceplate for the breaker box, and then install this. I'm going to actually install mine on one of these knockouts, and that way it'll actually be right here underneath of my wattage meter. It should stick out like so, and that way I can just turn the switch on when I'm running my generator, and it'll monitor whether there's power coming in through the main line, and an alarm will go off and tell me that it actually has power, and I can turn my generator off. When dealing with the main line, you really need to pull your globe because it stays continuously hot even though you turn off your main breakers. We went ahead and installed our PowerBACK in the side of our breaker cabinet here by knocking out one of the 1/2-inch holes and passing the wires through and then locking it down with a nut that's provided. You don't want to over torque this. I mean, it is plastic. It's just meant to kind of sit there. It's not something to hang on. We went ahead and ran the antenna lead up through here and down around. Grabbed a hold of this lead, which is a main line coming into the house, and made a tight coil with the antenna around the actual lead itself. Now, I did miss, they did provide one of these zip ties here, but it's a clear plastic, in which case it was in clear plastic, so I did miss that. But in my humble opinion, you actually need 2 zip ties, because if you zip tie the bottom one, it just wants to unspool the top. So it's best if you zip tie the top, spool it around, and then zip tie the bottom. They want you to go around at least 4 times in a tight coil like it is. Then we also ran our ground wire up through the back here and then into the ground bar. From there, we went ahead and installed our battery, and before we put the panel cover on, it's about time to give this a test drive. Now, you got to understand that we actually do have power at the moment, so it's going to go off as soon as we actually turn it on. Well, at least it should. Normally, you would turn it on when you've already lost power, and to notify you that you have now regained power. Now it's 100 decibels. Now you're going to hear that on the other side of the house, that's for sure. Also, it's continuous. Until you turn it off, if there is power coming in through that line and it detects it, it's going to chirp. And it's going to chirp loud at 100 decibels continuously until the battery dies. The other night we lost power and it went on till about 2:30 in the morning. I had to look out the window every 15 minutes to half hour to see if the actual power was back on by seeing if the street lights were on. One of the problems I had during the last tropical storm was it happened during the day. There was no street lights to come on. With this guy, as soon as the power comes on, yeah, that's annoying as hell. But at least I'll know it's back on, and that way I can turn everything off and get back on the grid. And here's the finished product. Let's hope we don't have to use it anytime soon, but it's there to use. And with the closing of the cabinet, this project's done. Thanks for coming along, and please like and subscribe to my videos. Thanks again.